My name is Michelle Oliveira. I'm a senior at Emmanuel College, and I'm majoring in biology with a concentration in health sciences, and I'm a first-generation college student. I was born in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I'm Brazilian. My parents came from Brazil about 20 years ago. I have two older brothers. One is majoring in law, and the other one majored in economics. I grew up in Everett, Massachusetts, like 15 minutes or so from Boston, and I went to Everett High. I also speak 3 languages. I speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese. And a fun fact about me is that I love animals, and I have a pet parakeet and a Shih Tzu. I met with Manusa Fanny, and she's an immunologist that studies cancer. And when I first met with her on Zoom, I was blown away by how humble and how intelligent she was. She really encouraged me to ask questions, and she took her time explaining everything. And she really opened my eyes to the world of research. What was really helpful for me for our first meeting was the list of questions that got sent over by Life Science Cares, and it was kind of a guide of how our conversation should go. On top of that, I really thought it was helpful to be myself because I was able to make a natural connection with Manusa. She really encouraged questions, and I developed a really big interest into what she was explaining to me. So I asked her if I could come in and shadow her for a day, and she agreed. And when I went in, I got to see what a day in her life was, and her day from beginning to end. And I got to sit in meetings. I saw her go through her cells, and it was really interesting to see. Networking is really important to me because you never know who you're going to meet and where it can take you. I find it to be really motivational when you speak to someone that came from a similar background and you see that it is possible to be successful. It's also as important as being in the classroom and academics because sometimes it is about getting your foot in the door and who you can meet and who you can connect with. I think all students should try to participate in this one-to-one program because there's so much you can gain from it, regardless of your major, regardless of your career path. Especially if you're in between deciding which career path you want to go to, if you want to build your confidence on talking to people, if you just want to see what's out there, I think it's really beneficial because you should always try to make connections and try to learn more about what's out there. Personally, if I could go back to myself a year ago when I first found this program, I would tell myself to not be nervous and to apply earlier because I'm really glad I did.